public realm. The practice is known for opening the ground level specifically into the public realm. It's common across different projects, and it's something that Renzo Piano was typically implementing across museums especially. I'm curious, why do you think this strategy is such a central element?
One of the important elements of the project we do is that civic ethos. So the building tries to satisfy the function for which it's being built, but also it goes a bit beyond that. No? It needs to interrogate the people that walk around it, because the building is always, it forms part of the landscape of our cities. It's that civic idea, the building opening to the city, forming part of the city, which is at the origin of the ground floor of the buildings being open to the public, and the public realm being an essential part of the buildings that we do. And in this way, we have that preference for buildings that are quite light, quite transparent, because it's a way to invite the people in. It's also a way to bring public functions into the building and have this interrelationship between the public and the building. The building, in a way, becomes part of the city where the building is built. One case is the New York Times building, that I think in the end it represents a bit the city of New York as well. And it's something that we are trying also to achieve with the building in Tokyo, the Tokio Marine new headquarters, where we'll try by offering the ground floor to the public, by changing the public realm, by making it better. We'll try also for that building to be part of the Tokyo its life, so to speak.
I see why that would be very relevant for public buildings or museums, or even the New York Times, for example. But you brought up Tokio Marine offices, and that's more of a restricted workplace that typically is reserved to the people who work there. I would say it's the same case for the Chart Place, which is residential luxury. Why would you want to open the ground level in that case when they're restricted?
Well, because the ambition is for the buildings to participate in the life of the city. So an important part of the building may be reserved to the employees, which is pretty normal. And that's something that our client for the Tokyo project grasped very quickly. Tokio Marine, for instance, is a company that is interrelated with Tokyo. It was a company that was born in Tokyo. And they understand that they also had the duty for their headquarters to offer something to the city. It's their home, but it's also, in a way, the home of the Tokyo. So we put together very quickly a program, a brief that would combine those private areas that obviously they need for their employees, but also areas of the building which are private, but they are open to the public, where you can have public functions. We are including a concert hall at the basement, and then the ground floor, which has very transparent facades and invites people in, will hold probably concerts, lectures, and other happenings like this, a cafe. And that's a way for also the Tokyoites to appropriate the building.
So open semi-access amenities are occasionally open to the public.
Exactly.
Okay.
And for the Chart Place, there's a combination of two things. No, one thing is that each building we have done, London Bridge Quarter, it started with the Chart 20 years ago, then the News Building, and now Chart Place, which is about to be delivered. With each building, we bring a public realm improvement. And this is something that people can feel very directly, because the public realm around London Bridge in 20 years has changed radically and dramatically. And each building brings something, and Chart Place, even if it's high-end residential, it brings additional retail. It opens up the access to Joyner Street, which is an important street that connects both sides of London Bridge Station. It opens views, that building as well, from concourse level, from a square that we are creating between the three buildings, and Southwark to the south. So overall, that building participates very actively in the public life of the London Bridge Quarter.
Yeah, I imagine for the Chart Place, after the Chart being so successful and such a landmark in London, I think everyone's really excited for the Chart Place. And it has this big role to play, especially because everyone's been waiting for this. Would this be the third part of the master plan?
Yeah, so it's the third building to be built. And the good thing as well is that because the Chart contains offices, there's a hotel component, and at the very top there's some apartments, but just 6 apartments, I believe. And the News Building is just offices. So bringing residential there also was important to balance the neighborhood and also to make it lively at all times, because if you only have offices, it means that you'll only have people during working hours. And with this, we can balance the neighborhood and have an integrated piece of the city at London Bridge.
Yeah. No, it's definitely interesting.